And we're back with KMMA. I'm Andio.
I'm Khalil Deal.
And it's that time for Friday's fabulous final face-off show where we take one last look at these beasts before they get into the cage and give you our final thoughts. So opening things up here, we got Zach Reese against Michelle Pereira. Who's the pick going to be for you, Real Deal here?
So these beasts, eh, instead of these animals. Okay, nice. Nice little change there. All right, so yeah, Zach Reese and Michelle Pereira, man. I'm very happy to see Zach Reese is the taller guy. Love the fact that he looks great. He's in phenomenal shape. He's built. He's muscular. Looks good. Michelle Pereira, though, also in very great shape too. He looks a little bit thicker though than Zach Reese. He's also pretty muscular as well. But yeah, I like that Zach Reese has that height and looks good. So that's definitely a good thing for me there. He looks pretty ready to go, pretty intense. I think that Michelle Pereira on that three fight losing skid, just, not looking like the same guy that we used to remember way back when he was actually doing really well. The guy's just been getting finished too.
He was doing really well up until it started, that three fight streak.
Pretty much, yeah. And then knocked out by Anthony Hernandez, and then getting knocked out by Kyle Daukaus, like two knockouts in the last three fights, getting absolutely, destroyed by Abus Magomedov in that fight. So yeah, give me Zach Reese. I think he gets the job done here, man. And I'm going to say he wins this one by knockout or submission. Yeah, I think he's going to get the finish in this one, man.
I'm going to go for Zach Reese in this one also. Yeah, based on not only Michelle Pereira's losses the past three times out, but the way he lost, just like gassing out immediately against Fluffy there, and then getting hit with a shot that didn't really seem to do that much damage, and like accepting the knockout. And who knows, man. I think it's fair to say that most of us would be picking Michelle Pereira based on skills and ability at this point, but we're not because of that. Zach Reese. Like, I like Zach Reese. He's a finisher. I think he does have a good killer instinct. He's not bad on the ground, can get subs, but he needs a little bit of work. His striking needs a bit of work. I still think he has a glass. He holds his gin with his chin a little bit too much now and then. It leaves him open to shots. But I think this will be a big win for him if he can get it. Michelle Pereira is still not a bad name to have on your resume, so I'm gonna go with Zach Reese to get this one done. It's hard to say for me here because I think this fight either ends early for both probably, or decision, because they may both really gas out. Michelle Pereira's not going to try anymore. Zach Reese, will save his energy, all that he has left for these spurt attacks. So for the call, I'm going to go with Zach Reese by decision.
All right, so we're still in agreement with Zach Reese getting the win here. Nice.
Or let's just say or knockout. Yeah, decision or knockout.
Decision or knockout. Nice. I got KO or sub in that one. Okay. All right, so next fight we got the Jacoby Smith against Josiah Harrell. Andy, man, you still going crazy here and going for Josiah Harrell, the huge dog?
Not going crazy, going smart. I'm going with Josiah Harrell here, man. Nothing can stop this guy. Not a brain injury, not a brain disease, not Melvin Guillard. These guys are both 11-0, but I consider Josiah Harrell to have more experience because you can count Melvin Guillard as 3 fights considering his level of experience. So I'm looking for Harrell to be very ready for this one. I expect him to use offensive wrestling, try to get this guy down, Smith, because I think he has better submission grappling than Jacoby Smith. And I just think he gets this one done. He's a live dog here. I bet you the next opponent he faces, the odds will be way, way closer. if not him being the favorite, of course, depending on who he fights. But I think you get what I'm saying. So I think the odds are too wide in this. I expect this to be a close fight for how long it lasts. I won't be surprised at a decision either. But of course, I'm only taking Harold at money line, considering the value. So give me Harold by submission or decision for the call.
Yeah, man. I look, man.
He's a great dog, bro.
He's
Great
coming in
dog.
on short notice, Josiah Harrell.
Doesn't matter. Ohio guys are good on. They don't need notice. These guys from Ohio.
We,
They
we,
don't
we
need notice. They're unhappy when they have notice.
we know you like Josiah Harrell, Dio. It's okay, man. All right, let me look at the breakdown here. Look at these guys, man. Physically, man. Jacoby Smith is phenomenal shape. Look at this guy. This guy is jacked.
Yeah, and don't tell me he's going to be that much taller even because he's just like half an inch
This
taller.
guy is jacked to the gill. Look at him. He's jacked to the gills, bro. Super built, muscular, super ripped. He's huge. Taller a bit than Josiah Harrell. Look, Josiah Harrell's not in terrible shape either. This guy's also in good shape, man. He's also kind of muscular and decent built, man. But yo, Jacoby Smith just looks incredible.
Muscles don't win
Guy, man.
tussles.
And Jacoby Smith, man, NCAA 1 division wrestler. This guy is nothing to sneeze at when it comes to wrestling. His ground game is phenomenal. He's just got to be careful with the submission game of Josiah Harrell because Josiah Harrell does have some subs.
We'll see how good his ground game is.
I don't think this fight's going to decision at all. I think that somebody's killing somebody in this one, but you never know. It could go to decision if these guys decide to make it a wrestling match between the two of them there. But yeah, give me Jacoby Smith to win this one, man. I got him winning by knockout or decision. I think that the ground and pound is live. I think he can get on top of Josiah Harrell and just hammer him and just punch him out. Maybe even on the feet, hit him with some hard punches, man. The guy's got some very good knockout power. And he's a very fast guy with his wrestling skills and stuff. It's going to be a good fight, but yeah, I'm sticking with Jacoby Smith, man, all the way here. If Josiah Harrell was maybe a guy that came in that had a full camp, and if I saw him fight some decent competition, maybe. But this guy's just way too green coming in here fighting. He never fought anybody of substance. So
Are you discounting the legendary Melvin Guillard? If anybody didn't see Melvin Guillard get his soul taken by Robbie Lawler, watch that fight. Guillard was winning that whole fight until Lawler finished him off.
All right, let's move on to the next fight. We are in disagreement, obviously, with this one here. Let's get to the next one. We got Sergey Spivak against Ante Delija here, man. Who you got, Andy, over this one?
Okay, here, look at these guys, eh? My pick is going to be Delija. I don't think Spivak looks like in one of his terrible shapes that he comes in on occasion. But that doesn't mean he's going to put out a whole effort. That doesn't mean he trained for this fight. So that's why I can't go with Spivak. But plus, I like Delija's killer instinct, and I like the fact that he's better on the feet there, and he never lost twice in a row. So I don't see it happening this time since he lost his last time out against Waldo by very controversial circumstances, to say the least. So give me Anton Delija for the comeback by knockout. Or I'm going to say knockout or sub because I think he's going to finish him, but probably knockout.
Yeah, Ante Delija looks like the guy that's in better shape here. He's the bigger guy, of course. You can see he looks muscular, very big, built guy. I mean, Sergey Spivak is not in terrible shape either. He looks in pretty decent shape. But yeah, I think Ante Delija puts a beating on this guy and hurts him. I'm going Ante Delija knockout or decision. I think he hurts Sergey Spivak in this one. And Sergey Spivak, too, on a 2-fight losing skid as well, and got knocked out by Jelton Almeida, who is right now, we all know Jelton Almeida is fucking trash these days. And for him to knock out Sergey Spivak, man, I definitely see Ante Delija doing the same thing. All right, let's move on up to the next fight. All right, we got Dan Ige against Melquizael Costa. I definitely love the hair and the face paint of Melquizael Costa.
How can you not?
This guy always comes out with some funny face paint and shit. Yeah, man, the super tall guy, taller over Dan Ige. He's in great shape too. Looks great. Looks built. Looks pretty ripped as well. Dan Ige also, of course, coming in good shape. He's always comes in good shape too. Dan Ige, he looks good as well there. But yeah, just too small. I think Melky's going to have an easy time getting takedowns on Dan Ige, and using his submission skills, using his grappling. And the striking from a distance too is going to be the lengthier guy. So give me Melky Costa. I think he gets the job done here. Dan Ige is tough as hell. Never been finished in his career. I'm going to say that Melky Costa gets the win by decision. There is a possibility that Melky could get a sub in this one. I'll go sub or decision. I don't think he knocks out Dan Ige. I'll go sub or decision for Melky Costa here.
I'm taking Melky all day long and tomorrow night because just remembering how Ige was getting wobbled and bouncing all over the cage against Mauricio Pitbull
Oh,
there.
he looked like trash against
That,
Mauricio Pitbull, man.
that to me shows that it's going to be soon that he's going to get knocked out. I think Melky can knock him out on the feet or sub him out. And I think what's going to start things off to his advantage is blasting those leg kicks from the distance, man. Like hit him up with a few of those to start out the fight, set the tone early. He's not afraid of just ripping with those leg kicks. We've seen it before for Melky, and that's going to open things up, to continue. Whether I should take him down more, whether he should jab him up more, we'll see. But I think Melky's going to win this one by finish. Also, yeah, he knocked out a guy that hasn't been finished, Morgan Charrier, in like 40 fights or whatever.
True, true.
And he comes in there and flatlines him right away. I think that fight was a very quick one. So, yeah, give me Melky by finish.
Nice, man. So we are in agreement with Melky here. Let's get to the co-main event of the evening, man. If you haven't already, guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Jeff Neal against Euros Medic here, man.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be going with Jeff Neal here. Not without some worry, because apparently this is going to be clean Jeff Neal. Although I heard somewhere that someone said they were drinking with him not too long ago. But yeah, just really because of the strength of schedule, he's fought just the way better competition, and he hits hard, man. His boxing is really good. And personally, I don't like the way he moves his head or his torso, for that matter, in there during his fights. But hey, that's his style. He usually only loses to like real good guys in there. And
Yeah.
Medic, he seems to have defensive lapses sometimes, but he's super highly skilled. If Neal isn't careful, watch out for that high kick by Medic. But I think the experience and the fact that he may be newly sober is going to make Neal fight. There's potential for him fighting very well here. So I don't think this fight has a very good chance of ending in a finish for both, but I'm going to go on the Neal side for a knockout here.
Yeah,
Or
I'm sticking with
probably knockout.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Jeff Neal too, man. He looks in phenomenal shape as well. Again, super ripped, super built. Great shape for Jeff Neal here. Eurus Medic just looks, pretty average shape. He doesn't look in bad shape or anything like that, but it's average. He's got some muscles. He's, decent built there. But yeah, Jeff Neal's the way more compact built and ripped guy and muscular guy. I got to go with Jeff Neal. I think he touches the chin of Euros Medic, gets him in the clinch. Does his body work, those leg kicks, the
Yeah,
body.
he should really do some body work, Jeff Neal, in this
Get
fight.
those punches to the body there and crack Euros Medic in the chin. I got Jeff Neal also by knockout or decision, so we're in agreement with this one here. And finally, we are at the main event of the evening, man. I can't wait to see this fight. Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez, man. Anthony Hernandez, amazing haircut. Love the haircut here. Looks super cool. Physically, he's in good shape. Anthony Hernandez looks great. He's muscular. He's built. He looks, pretty ripped. Pretty good shape. Strickland, the same compact guy, looking decent shape as well. He's pretty muscular too. Not a bad build for Sean Strickland. They're relatively about the same height, these two there. Nobody's really taller than anyone really by much. You know, Anthony Hernandez, I love the grappling. I love the wrestling skills of this guy and the relentless takedowns that he's going to do. All he needs to do is get Strickland down a couple of times, man. Keep him down there and look for that submission. Look for that ground and pound. Look
That's
for
what you
his
think.
back.
It's easier said than done, though.
I know it's tough to get Strickland down. He's got a 76% takedown defense, but
Not only that, but to hold him down. The guy's
to
never
hold him
been
down.
up, you
Yeah, he
know?
gets up he gets up, he's got a good get up game. But yeah, I'm sticking with Anthony Hernandez, man. Sub or decision. I think that he gets the job done, finds the neck of Strickland and subs him out, or wins a decision by getting the more takedowns, the more, I'm going to say not the more strikes, but the more takedowns and on the ground when he gets him on the ground. I think he's going to try to, you know, throw a lot of strikes from up top. The submission attempts, that'll give him the decision if it goes there. But yeah, give me Anthony Hernandez, sub or decision, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hernandez also. With Hernandez also, I think he's on a nice run here. I think you can never really know these things, but I think he's gonna have more motivation in this one than Sean Strickland. Have the more heart in the end, the one that's gonna want it more in the end. And while I think this fight is gonna be pretty close, I think we're gonna find out early on, like how this fight is gonna go and who's gonna come out on top. Like, is Strickland gonna get that jab going, poking it in Hernandez's face, not giving him any lanes in for any takedowns, and you know, really making him struggle there? Or are we gonna see Hernandez have some success there, you know, or at least stay close to him and try to get to his back and drag him down and, you know, do all sorts of work the way we've seen from Fluffy over his career. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Fluffy also. I think it's gonna be very hard to finish Sean Strickland, considering he's, you know, very hard to put away, and I don't think Hernandez's striking is up to that challenge to knock him out at least. So give me Hernandez by decision.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Our final thoughts, predictions, and face-offs for the main card. Stay tuned for the bets video coming up next. We did very well last week, guys. Watch the betting video, man. We both got some good bets for you.
They fight they fight each other. We fight the algorithm.
Like and subscribe. Peace out, folks. KAMMA.